Hello, and welcome to BMC Support How-To Series. Today, we're talking about how to use the dashboard tool in Mainview Middleware Monitor. My name is Steve Meshke, Lead Technical Support Analyst for BMC Software Support.
Okay, in this video we're going to discuss dashboards. So one of the things we added in later versions of the product was the ability to create logical views by using a dashboard, which uses a template style format. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through setting up a basic one. So let's go ahead, open the management console, select tools, and then go into edit mode. Go to tools, select dashboards, say create dashboard template. We'll create a new template and we'll call this one support test. Okay, and then we'll hit the next button. Now what we'll do is we're going to create a collection of logical views. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to a particular queue manager and I'm going to drag multiple queues onto this template here. So I'll grab this, drag this on here, and I'll grab another queue and drag this on here. Now, as you can see, we now have an object name with a logical name, a type, and a view control collection. Now, the collection, if we click on this, we could select different collections that we've already created that people can use. I'm going to use the WMQ local queue underscore large. I've modified it slightly from stock, but it's basically the same thing. I just made it a little bit bigger. So let's click OK. Then we'll say next. And this is just basically a review. It's like you're going to do this. This is the icon you're using. These are the instance names. And then this is what the configuration will be. So we'll go ahead and then click Finish. And we're just waiting for that to finish up. Now it automatically opens the view for us. And as you can see, these are color coded. So if any of the conditions in the animated scripts become true, it'll change color to yellow or red or even blue. There's a blue for an information condition. Then there's the information, and each one you can say, here's message, NQ rate, whatever. So this works out really easily because you take a collection that you've created, you can associate it to a template, then you can create this and do this as you like. So this is really nice, and this also can be used in policies. This is really nice if you have a standard thing that you're going to use every time. Now, there is one drawback with these is I'm going to customize this view. So in this case, you could see here's my view, and I've decided I prefer to see these side by side, okay? Now, let's say I've got this, it's working, everything's great. And then, a few weeks go by to say, I'm going to add another one. So we go to our tools, we go to dashboards, we say modify dashboard template, we select the one we created. It shows us what we have, we'll say next. Oh, there's a good caveat, you always have to close. I'm going to close the edit right here. So we're going to save that change, then I'm going to close this view. Now we'll go into here, go back into edit mode. We'll go to dashboards, modify, select the dashboard we want to modify. Here's what we have now. We say next. Same thing, if you wanted to change that icon, you could. So we're going to add just another queue to this. When we add another queue, we're going to go like this. Then we're going to add number 3 here and drag that on here. And these don't have to be the same. You can change them to another one. In this case, I'm going to choose the small one just so you can to illustrate it. So 2 of them will be large, 1 will be small. We'll say next. And it says, I'm going to make this change. Are you okay with that? We say sure. We say finish. Now, when we go and open our support test view, you'll see that it reordered everything back in a stacked fashion. So it's going to stack 1, stack 2, stack 3. Now, if I added 50 queues, all 50 queues would be stacked one on top of another. Now, you might not like that, especially since you had it set up the way you wanted it. Now we regenerated it and rebuilt it. This is the way the product works today. So what we have to do to get around that is you create a new tab, and let's call this permanent view. Okay? Then we'll go from here, we'll select the objects, we'll copy them, go to the permanent view, paste them, then we can reorder them, add graphics, whatever we wanted to do, etc., to do these respective things. Then we would have that saved as a separate view. So if we did decide to add this, or for example, let's just do this. Let's exit out of edit mode so we could save it. So we have 2 of this type and 1 of this type. I changed my mind. I don't like this little one. It doesn't give me enough information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to edit mode here. Go back to tools, dashboards, modify. Select the one in question. Hit next. Again, I forgot to close the window. I always do that. Then we go modify dashboard template, select, next. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to go here. We're just going to make this change. We're going to change it to the MQ large. Okay. So they're all the same size. I say, I like that myself. So I say finish. And then as soon as that's done, now we can go back to our view and look at our support test view. Now, as you can see on the main tab, now we've built them. They're all stacked again. But if we go to our permanent view, you'll see that it has maintained what we had done. Now, if I had put custom graphics on here or other additional things, those would still be there. But the only way to preserve the view is to create this sub-tab. If you just do everything on that main dashboard page and you rebuild or modify the collections, it will rebuild everything in that stacked format like you see here. Then, if for whatever reason you decided you didn't want it anymore, you would close the view, close this, make sure you're in edit mode, go to the dashboards, and then delete the dashboard template. Okay? And that's really it for collections. Again, you can use these with policies. You can use policies to automatically create dashboards. I'm not familiar with any customers who are doing that, but it is possible. And that's pretty much it for using collections, using the automation collections tool.
If you have any further questions, please contact BMC Software Support. Thank you.